Good morning, it's about 8:45 in the morning and I've just woken up and got out of bed. It's Wednesday today. I've got a whole day at home by myself today until the evening when my boyfriend's turning up. The fridge can't stay there, that fridge can't stay there. It's very handy having an advisory collective, I must say. When I first started my YouTube channel, it never occurred to me how handy it would be to have all you lot just pointing things out, the obvious things that I wouldn't think of. Claire Jones in the comments yesterday says she's got one of these, dribbles water out of the bottom. Probably not a good idea to put it on top of another fridge, so it's off anyway at the moment because I had it on for a couple of days just because I wanted to ascertain the correct temperature, so I was fiddling around with the knob in there, and yes, so it's off now. It's gonna have to go in the cellar, I think. Oh well, never mind. Thank you very much, Claire Jones. I had to look at the manual and yes, it's got a little outlet at the bottom somewhere, and if it gets blocked then it could leak water out of it, so yeah, thank you for that. The sun is actually out today. There is a lot of cloud up there, but some sun. Because I've got a big chunk of time at home today, I've got a bit of a plan. There's something I've been wanting to do for ages. It's a paperwork thing. I've taken over sort of dealing with bookings for one of my Kaylee bands, and we haven't had that many in because of COVID, but they are starting to come in, and I've got them all on my computer at the moment and backed up in my paper diary and backed up on an external hard drive. But what I want is a paper file with a page for each booking, because I used to do that when I used to do this years ago with a set format, so I can easily put my eye straight on, for example, the phone number of the venue, you know, just things like that. So that's something I want to do later. I know it's a bit old school, but you never know, do you, when your tech might fail. And anyway, I could pull the sheet out and take it to gigs with me. I'm gonna make coffee. Oh, I'm going to go for my Portugal mug today. I've had my breakfast, the usual sort of thing that I always eat. Just pop that there for now. Can't put it in there yet, I've got to take those out. I'm doing very well for time today. It's 11:15, I'm gonna have a bath and get dressed now. Ouch, I won't show you, but I just cut my ankle shaving in the bath. It is bleeding, just out of shot there. It's 12 o'clock and all's well. I've had a bath, I've got dressed at last. I really should start getting dressed earlier in the day, but I like my cozy time in my pyjamas, just working on the vlog. I feel so cozy and, oh, it's nice, I like it. Anyway, I have been drinking squash out of this bottle. I'm going to go in the cellar and practice my flute for my gig coming up. I'm going to do some technical exercises, and I'm also going to learn a tune that we were supposed to learn. I did learn it ages ago, within a couple of weeks of being sent it, but of course I've completely forgotten it. So I think if I do 10 minutes a day on it between now and the gig, I'll have it. It'll be fine. Might make a little cup of tea to take down with me. Oh yeah, we can put the lovely lamp on. Here it comes. I've still got loads of my cherry melt left. It's the same one. I would say this indicates that I've been a very naughty girl and not practiced enough since Christmas, because that's only been on while I've been practicing, so that just goes to show how little I've been doing. So hopefully I'll be burning the wax melt a bit faster because I'll be doing more hours of practice like I'm supposed to be doing. I'm very excited for the gigs coming up. So I've got 2 in March, but then I've got 6 in April, and then gets rolling again. Ah, thank goodness for that. It's about 1:20 now, so I practiced for an hour. I did have a little 10-minute break. I made another cup of tea, and I also was mucking around with my laundry up there as well for 10 minutes. I did scales for 50 minutes, I would say, or technical exercises. It weren't exactly scales, but that kind of thing. And then I was going back over the tune that I'm learning for the Kaylee band and comparing it to an audio file that I've been playing on the phone. It's slightly different, so I've been making some little amendments in pencil. So I think I haven't quite finished yet. I just need to jot those in. Actually, I haven't done it. I'll do it off camera in a minute. And I think what I need to do then is just put it into notation software so everyone's reading off the same hymn sheet, as it were, because I think we're going to learn the version of the audio. I need to get my candle out and go get some lunch on the go. I don't know what I'm going to have. I want to save the rice that's left over for IB later, so I've got something in mind. I'm going to swap my glasses now for reading music. I need my plain old long distance glasses. Right, let's go find some lunch. I really haven't got a lot in the way of fresh food. I've got a tiny bit of tofu, which is frozen because the fridge is playing up again. A couple of tomatoes. These tomatoes, I thought they were going to be really nice because they're organic vine tomatoes. So that's frozen as well. I thought that was mould then. It's not, it's frost. I've got another packet of mushrooms, but they're a lot fresher than this, and I want to save that for IB's dinner. I want to save the rice for a curry later. Got a bit of rocket. I'm very tempted to resort to a ready meal. I know it's a bit naughty, isn't it? To be honest, I can probably get that tune written out while it's cooking. I'll probably find now that Isabel's cleaned me out. Let's see. There should be at least 2 macaroni cheeses in here. She's worked her way through them. This is the problem with having other people in your household. Oh, I can't believe it. There were 2 macaroni cheeses in there. No, she's cleaned me out. Right, I'll have to have a think. Potato cakes. I can have potato cakes. They'll do from frozen, won't they? I found a tiny bit of leftover food from yesterday's dinner, so I'm going to start that off. I've put a bit of water in the pan to try and hydrate it. It's gone a bit crispy. I think we're going to have a little trip to Lidl later to get some fresh ingredients for my boyfriend's dinner and for me to survive on, of course. I've got things kind of frying on their own in separate sections at the moment. But I'm going to stir it all in with the rice in a minute once it's cooked a bit. That's probably burning. Oh no, it's alright. I'm going to tart it up with a bit of garlic. I haven't really seasoned it with anything. Where's going to go? That's massive. I'm going to cut that in half. Hang on. Right, stirring it all in. I'm tempted to add a bit more basil just because of the tomato, and I just think tomato and basil is very complementary. Basil! Oh yeah, there's basil. Ooh, what else shall we have while we're in here? Can I resist the crushed chilies? No, I cannot. They're going in. Oh, see now. So I always go for my trusted trio of lemon juice, chilli and soy sauce, and it's a winner every time. Right, go easy on the chilies, Imo. It's not good for your, you know, recurring problem. Probably not anyway. The more things you add like this, the more the smells come up, and oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Right, I'm actually looking forward to this now. I thought it was going to be absolutely a waste of an opportunity for a good meal, but no, I think we've turned it around. Oh yeah. I've been starting a little shopping list here. So far I've got kitchen towel, toilet roll, almost out completely. Halloumi for his lordship's curry later. What's that? Frozen cherries. I don't know if they do them in Lidl's, to be honest, but I'll have a look. Eggs, chilies, because my plant is just not ready. Ready meals I've added, because I like to have at least one in there for me. Because you never know when you might just suddenly feel ill or be in a rush and just want to chuck something in the microwave for 10 minutes. Right, spun these on for a second time because they were frozen. They probably defrosted by now. I'll check before breaking my teeth on them. Forgot about the rocket. I'll give it a quick wash and chuck it in. Something I could do with in life, I've been thinking recently, is a salad spinner, because yeah, I was literally wringing out the rocket and shaking it and getting all the drips off. It's always a bit awkward. I never seem to be able to strain things very well. Oh, that's sticking to the bottom. Uh-oh. So here's today's rather weird lunch. I'm going to go and enjoy that now. I made too much. Couldn't eat the last potato cake. It's because I forgot there was going to be rice in it, you see, when I put those in the toaster. I'm going to have another cup of tea and take it up with me and do this notating. I apparently didn't quite boil enough water. You know, I try to only boil what I'm going to use, because you do save a lot of money over the long run like that. I don't know if you've got a smart meter, but it goes bananas when the kettle's on. It really does. That's the last of that carton. Cool, what a palaver. I like my tea quite milky, you know. Right, I'm going to go do some work. I'm using a free notation software called MuseScore 3. Of course, one advantage to doing it on a computer is you can just select a bar and copy and paste it, because often you get bars that are repeated, so that comes in very handy for that. All finished. It sounds like this. Etc. Great, that's all emailed off to everybody, and I've printed myself out a few copies. I'm not sure if everyone in the band has got a printer, so I'll do him one. There we are, marvellous. I'm starting to turn my thoughts to going to Lidl now, but it looks a bit wet and horrible out there. Oh, I don't fancy going right now, but I think I'd better because time's getting on. You see, initially I wanted to do that big booking form thing today, but I could do that tomorrow if I don't get time today. It is not urgent, and likewise my printing out all the application form stuff is not urgent either, so I could do that tomorrow. I wasn't planning to do this notation thing, but I suddenly had an urge and I went with it. Yeah, weather's doing this right now. Oh, it's cold and horrible. I haven't had any luck with my builder, by the way. My floor is up in the bathroom, partially, if you're new to my channel. Had a little bit of a leaky loo. The leaky loo is fixed. He still hasn't invoiced me. He's supposed to come and bring me an invoice and have a look at my floor and give me a quote for getting it redone, but he hasn't. I also need to get my chimney looked at, but I need to get hold of the guy who owns next door. He doesn't live there, he rents it, so a message has been left with him at the rental agency, but I've heard nothing. He's probably extremely busy, I expect, and hasn't got to it, so I forgot all about it, but I probably ought to give him a little nudge at some point. The chimney is not essential, it's not going to fall down, it's just a bit of the mortar off the side of it, you know, but really it does need doing, really. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna put some extra layers on and go to Lidl. It's 4:45 and I still haven't gone. I looked out of that rain and it just seemed to go up another gear, and it was like whoosh, and I thought, I know, I'll do some editing and keep an ear out and wait for it to quieten down a bit, and it did quieten down, but now it's gone all whooshy again and I'm gonna have to go shopping, otherwise I'm not gonna get back in time to cook dinner in time for when my boyfriend gets here, so I'm just gonna have to go. Wish me luck, everybody. I'm getting ready to go out. Big thick coat, scarf, there's a hat in there somewhere, big umbrella, and I'm just thinking that I'm so looking forward to our holiday in the sun. Fingers crossed it is sunny. We did go to Spain once and it rained all week, so hopefully that doesn't happen. I'll cry if that happens. But anyway, yeah, just so looking forward to just being able to go out in whatever I'm wearing without having to put loads and loads of layers on. And then you go in the shop and then you're all hot then, and oh. Anyway, right, stop moaning, Imo. Go to the shops. I don't want to stab anyone with that. Apologies, world's worst filming. Whoops. Oh, I wanted to buy me and Ibi a pastel de nata each. Well, I'm not, because they're run out. I forgot my shopping list, didn't I? That was clever. What could I get instead? Maple and pecan plat. Izzy's not around, so we could do pain au chocolat. Oh. Can't believe I forgot my shopping list, but eggs was on it, I remember that. They're okay. Yep. The lemons have still got half of the tree attached to them, look. That's rather nice, actually. I spent a good while composing that shopping list, I'll have you know. It had very unique and interesting things on it, but I'm just going to have to wing it now. As long as I remember the halloumi, that's the most crucial thing. I've got aubergines. Don't think I've got celery. Well, I have, but it's gone very limp, so let's get that one. 43 pence for that, by the way. Got a little bit of broccoli. I'm going to get some green beans. 69 pence for those, because they'll go nice in my curry. Oh, spuds. I'm not a fan of sweet potato. I thoroughly approve of them because apparently they're very good for you, but no, I don't like them. I can't find spuds. Here they are, I walked right past them. 89p for those. Yeah, I'm going to get those because I don't want a great big bag because it's got to go back in the trolley and I need other things. But I just want a bit of potato in the curry. I'm going to get some more spring onions because I think the ones I'm growing on my windowsill have finally like gone all yucky. I think they're rotting now. Here's all that Spain stuff, look. And what's that? Italian. I see reduced to clear things, but nothing that's really going to take my fancy. They've got callo corn cakes, but I bought some the other day, so I don't need any of those. Got plenty in. There's not a very good selection of vegetarian ready meals in here, so I'm not going to bother. There's a sign of the times there, look.
Till number 3, please.
There's a sign of the time there, look. £1.99 for an antibacterial writing set. Frozen fruit was on my list. They've got cherries there. Yay! How much are those? £1.99. Well, that'll do me for quite a lot of breakfasts. So they are going in the trolley. I'm going to buy some more basil while I'm in here because it's pretty inexpensive in Lidl's. It's 59p. There are plenty of Easter things in already. Oh, marzipan eggs coated in dark chocolate. I do like marzipan. My dad likes marzipan as well. They've got fancy ones here for £3.99. Toilet roll, that was on my list and that was urgent as well. I mean, I've got some in the cellar, but that's my emergency stash. This is going to be my top-up stash. Yes! How much is one of those? £2.5. And I'm also at a kitchen towel. That's £2.09 for 2 great big ones like that. Marvellous. It's got to fit in the trolley. I better be careful. Somebody's left that open. I'm going to try some of this at last. I'm finally running low on Lurpak. I'm going to grab another one of those kefir yogurts. I've got one on the go at home, but it'll run out at some point. And the main point of the trip out in the rain, to get the man's halloumi. Do you know what I'll get to? Because it keeps for ages. It's good to have one in stock. I think that's it. I'm going around in circles now, just trying to remember what was on my list. I think I've got the most crucial things, so let's pay and go home. It's 20 to 7 in the evening now. I've been cooking curry. There it is, bubbling away. There's halloumi in there. All sorts of vegetable-y goodness, most of which you saw me buying in Lidl earlier. I've been catching up a bit with the day's news, which is a bit depressing, as you might imagine. And I'm not quite sure how well this is going to work, but I'm trying to microwave the rice that's left over from yesterday, because there's definitely enough for 2 of us. My boyfriend's due in 10 minutes, so I'm going to quickly clear away that bit of laundry and stuff off the table and set it ready for dinner. But I'm going to say goodbye to you for now. Thank you so much for watching. Could you please give it a like if you liked it? It really helps the channel to grow. I really appreciate that. And if you're new here and would like to follow more of my stories, you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!